Khiva, the eighth wonder of the world, an oasis city located on the ancient Silk Road. It was here that mathematician Mohammed lived, who, as Al-Khwarizmi, discovered algebra. Khiva is one of the greatest centres of ancient Khwarezm, land of the sun, in the west of today's Uzbekistan. An Oriental city in which its greatest minaret, Kalta Minor, remains unfinished. Kochna Ark, fortress of the Khan, is situated within the city walls. The condemned had to wait for their execution at its entrance. The Ark became a city within a city, with various reception courtyards and an elevated circular podium for the Khan's yurt. Even the small throne hall has been preserved, its wooden throne covered with fine silver leaf. Adjacent is the harem's courtyard and small hidden rooms of craftsmen. Of the castle's former towers, only the bastion of pure clay and wood has survived. From here, the enormity of the city walls that totally surround Khiva can be seen. Opposite the fort is one of the city's largest madrassas, whose construction was ordered by Khwarezmian Khan Muhammad Rahim, and tightrope acrobatics that first originated in Khiva are performed here right up to the present day. The History Museum contains costume jewellery, clothing, and old photographs of the city's strong men. The area of the inner city measures around 30 hectares, and its buildings lie close to the city wall. A mighty wall that is up to 10 metres high and 8 metres thick. The mighty North Gate and 3 further gates in each cardinal direction are the entrances to the fortified historic centre, the Ichan Kala. Both walls and gates provided the city's residents and their guests with good protection. The minaret and Friday Mosque were built upon the foundations of the city's earliest 10th century buildings. An archaic mosque design with a low hall whose flat roof is supported by 212 columns. Some of the wooden pillars come from an ancient mosque of the neighbouring town of Kath, which was washed away by devastating floods. Some columns contain Kufi fonts. A uniquely atmospheric place. Beyond the mosque is the ancient mausoleum of Jewish Sheikh Said Alovudin and his guard. Unlike the Pahlavan Mahmud Mausoleum, this one was originally built in simple form to commemorate the famous 14th century poet, and from the 19th century came the necropolis of the reigning Khan dynasty of Kungrad. it has become a much-visited pilgrimage site. The new mausoleum now contains the ancient tomb, and Chanaka, with its high double domes, is quite remarkable. According to medieval architectural tradition, Khiva is divided into two parts: downtown Ichan Kala and outer town Dichan Kala, where the city's residents live and work. Almost 1,500 years of Oriental culture are hidden within the intriguing, winding streets of this fine oasis city. Outside the southern gate, the fortress walls contain semicircular towers. And near the eastern gate, domes indicate bathhouses. The well-preserved eastern gate is always a hive of activity, as the Grand Bazaar is located just outside the city wall. Numerous craftsmen offer their services in this area. Among one of the city's madrassas, Kutluk Muradinok is one of the oldest, and the Courtyards fountain is still in use. A small white mosque acts as a connecting link to the nearby madrasa of Alukali Khan. He had this magnificent madrasa built alongside a large caravanserai. The merchants were impressed. Merchandise is still traded here. Tosh Hovli, the stone yard, was the main palace of Olokuli Khan, a complex with several courtyards of various sizes. The Mechmonchona was reserved for official receptions, with numerous columns and Majolica walls. The living and sleeping area of the Khan looks rather cramped in comparison to the large courtyard and rooms of the harem. The elevated section for the Khan's yurt fills the small courtyard, whose walls and iwan are decorated with Majolica tiles. Power and progress are depicted here, and from these a unique style of architecture developed. Despite its varied history, the mysterious city of Khiva has preserved the exoticism of ancient times and continues to be a traditional Islamic oasis city.